Hey guys, so this is going to be a really in-depth video about the recent Tornado Cash blacklist by the US Treasury. I'm going to go over exactly what happened, what this means for you, what everyone on Twitter is saying, and kind of how the future looks after this. So first of all, I'm going to go over an article here on CoinDesk, and it says crypto mixing service Tornado Cash is blacklisted by the US Treasury. Now, it talks about one of the reasons that they did that. It says it's been a key tool for the Lazarus Group, a North Korean hacking group tied to a $625 million March hack of Axie Infinity's Ronin network. So this was a big thing that kind of highlighted Tornado Cash because you have these North Korean hacks who are actually stealing, over $600 million, and they're sending it through Tornado Cash, which for anyone who doesn't know what Tornado Cash is, it's basically a mixing service to where once you send your money in there, once you withdraw it to another wallet, you cannot tell what the source of that money is, where it came from. So again, if they have a blacklist wallet that they stole the crypto from, but then they send it through Tornado Cash to another wallet, well, you can't tell that that money that came out the other side belongs to that blacklisted hacker's address. So that's why hackers use it, and that's why it has gotten such a bad rap for everyone else. And basically, there's a lot of limelight that was on this about, hey, we need to, crack down on this because a lot of people are using this for nefarious activities. So that's kind of what happened with the US Treasury and why they're blacklisting this. Now, it actually puts a lot of honest people at risk here because it says every US person is going to have to be very careful about transacting with Tornado Cash. Head of Legal and Government Affairs Research at TRM Labs said, remember, sanctions are strict liability, intent does not matter. So while some people may use Tornado Cash as a way to protect their privacy, other people use it for nefarious activities. And now, if you do use Tornado Cash, it is actually against the law. So if you are in the US. So it says, in blacklisting Tornado Cash on Thursday, the Treasury Department said it was going after criminals who used the service to launder more than $7 billion. Now, if we scroll down here, it says, one of the biggest things here, it says, while today's designation will affect U.S. persons that are doing legitimate transactions, they will likely find other avenues. Now, one of the biggest things here is that there has been a lot of protocols that have actually frozen people's USDC. So it says the repercussions are already apparent. Circle, the firm behind the US dollar peg stablecoin USDC, has reportedly frozen about $75,000 in USDC that was connected to Tornado. Okay, so this is just one of many exchanges and protocols that have actually frozen people's USDC that have been involved in Tornado Cash addresses. So you can actually see here a lot of these different tweets. This one guy posted, I'm an anon and privacy advocate. I use Tornado Cash to separate my in real life addresses from the pseudonym in a decentralized manner and preserve my privacy. Some of my USDC is now gone. Depending on how they enforce this, all of my assets are at risk of sanction. Okay. Now, and this was from basically Circle freezing any USDC wallet that was frozen by the US Treasury because it was basically tied to Tornado Cash. And then here you can see that the US Department of Treasury actually blacklisted a lot of these. I think it's over 60 to 70 different addresses that were tied to Tornado Cash. And you can see here that they're already starting to blacklist a lot of addresses. Now, one of the biggest things here, a lot of people have kind of posted memes and just ideas that, hey, if you fork Tornado Cash, the contract addresses are different. So basically that would kind of, basically put a hamper on what the US is doing right now. And then also there's another article here at Bowtied Iguana, and he actually has a really good in-depth analysis of what's going on. And basically, I'll summarize a lot of what he's saying here, but basically OFAC is the Office of Foreign Assets Control, and it says they administer and enforce sanctions against the high-profile individuals, including major international terrorists, drug trafficking kingpins, and financial political elite of certain countries deemed hostile to American interests. And this is one of the entities that have actually gone after Tornado Cash, okay? So basically it says OFAC maintains a list of specially designated nationals and blocked persons, their SDN list. And now you scroll down on August 8th, Tornado Cash and all Ethereum wallet addresses associated with Tornado Cash and its smart contracts were added to the SDN list. So that's what all these addresses were. Now, basically from all these addresses, it's about $437 million of stable coins that are blocked and can't be accessed by the US persons. Okay, that is a ton of money. It It says it's illegal for any U.S. person to engage in trade, economic transactions, or other dealings with any person, company, or country on the SDN list. This now includes using Tornado Cash. A U.S. person is any citizen, resident, or company in the U.S. So there's fines that anywhere from $330,000 to a maximum of 30 years in prison. And basically, again, it's very broad what it means with other dealings. But the gist of it is, if you're dealing with anything that's tied to Tornado Cash addresses, one, please make sure you don't have your actual, KYC account dealing with Tornado Cash addresses, because the one tweet someone posted, it was a meme. It said, everyone that used Tornado Cash with a doxed wallet. And basically, this guy being super sad. And basically that's what that's saying is, if you use a doxed wallet, well, now you're kind of in the limelight already because your account's tied to that Tornado Cash and you're going to be followed more closely potentially. So again, using Tornado Cash, keep with DeFi wallets, keep with, non-KYC'd wallets basically. Now, a lot of people are actually using this as a joke that, hey, if you use a relayer to withdraw 0.1 ETH from Tornado Cash to an ENS address of someone you don't like, does that get them into trouble, right? And this is a huge, huge thing that's being talked about right now that, literally there's no way to track who is using this. I mean, if you use like a MetaMask wallet you just created and send an ETH to someone who has a KYC'd account, right? Well, now it's showing them as getting money from a Tornado Cash address. So it's all kinds of different ways you can look at this. Right now, they actually censored the Tornado Cash GitHub. But again, I posted a link here. If you use the Wayback Machine, you can actually still see the GitHub. But it's basically an archive of the internet. But yeah, they're already cracking down on this a lot. And again, there's different opinions on if this is good or bad. But the big thing here I want to basically hammer home is do not use Tornado Cash. If you were using it and your accounts haven't been frozen, definitely get your money out of there. And, please only deal on either centralized exchanges or MetaMask, something that is not going to tie you to Tornado Cash, and just basically do it legitimately. And I mean, that's the best thing I can say right now with what's going on. And if your account's frozen or your USDC is frozen from dealing with Tornado Cash, I would say just wait, see what's going to happen, right? There's a whole lot of litigation, everything that's going to need to happen with this, but they kind of did a blanket ban, blacklist of a lot of addresses and trying to shut it down so that it makes it harder for the criminals to launder their money. So again, some big things that I wanted to bring up today because I knew it was a big topic. And then if you still want to, maintain your privacy, well, there's some privacy coins such as Monero, Zcash, a couple of those that are still you can use. But again, I'm sure that there is going to be some crackdown maybe in the future, but just want something for y'all to see that, hey, there is still privacy, but again, it is dwindling fast. So the market didn't act too bad on this news. You can see they're still mostly green today, so that's a good sign. But again, as more people digest this, maybe there'll be more panic set in, who knows. But hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Again, if you did, please give it a like. Please comment if you have any questions, and please subscribe if you haven't. Really appreciate all my subscribers. Till next time.